You know, looking at Caesar's Palace Blues, it makes me think of Las Vegas. I've been to Las Vegas when I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14 or something with my parents. And honestly, Vegas was like okay, like it was kind of cool, but it was more cool just being in this random city in the desert itself. And, being from Florida, I'm only used to one kind of scenery, one kind of place. So it was cool to be in the desert and see like those kind of mountains and that kind of scenery. It was just really a nice change of pace. But either way, welcome back to the channel, my friends. Welcome back to some good music, hopefully. We're going to sit down today and listen to some UK. We're going to move on into the next track off of Danger Money, which is going to be Caesar's Palace Blues. Or this could be some blue cheese sprinkled on top of a salad, for all we know. I don't know what they're going to be talking about, but we're going to find out very, very soon, very, very shortly. So hope that you guys enjoy it. Thank you for being here with me. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is Caesar's Palace Blues, UK. Ba-boom. decided to bring in the double bass? Who decided to do it? That was the craziest way to end. Hold on, let me back that up one more time. That was crazy, right? And then hold on, right here. Give it one more. For the last like 7 seconds. Oh, he's Symphony X now. All right, so this song, my favorite thing, two things actually, rather. Bozio, Jobson. No offense to Wettin. You guys know I generally like it. I wasn't a fan of the singing in this particular track. Just put that up front. Let's get that out the way. Now that that's out the way, Jobson. I mean, you heard that part. Duh, right? But him and Terry, I just love the combination of his violin playing with the intensity of the drums. And maybe it's just because I just listened to it in the same session, like recording-wise, but it reminded me a little bit of Mahavishnu, just a bit in that, like, violin fury and the anger of the drums, but they're just grooving so hard, especially in that last part. I love how Jobson kind of steps it up. He's like, okay, watch me shred on here. And he's going, and then Terry's like, I can do that too. It's just really cool comeuppance between them and the way that they like elevate one another. The verse of the song, like I said, I wasn't honestly a huge fan of that. The opening had some promise in this giant epic swell, right? That kind of gets me excited. I'm like, okay, we got this big grand moment. Let's see where this goes. And I wasn't a huge fan, at least verse-wise, of where it went. Skip ahead a little bit. Like, you got interrupted with this, which I'm like, okay, you had something cool going on. I don't always like when things are interrupted like that. There wasn't a great transition there. But then the verse. This felt kind of like flat to me. This felt like boring, right? But it's not until Jobson comes in that I'm like, okay, we can kind of get back into this. This sounds really cool. That little break, and with Wettin playing behind it, like, I like that. I like the instrumental part of this a lot. Wasn't a huge fan of the singing, but that's besides the point that we're making right now, which is musically, I thought this was cool. Except for a few little things, like that little, I call it a trip up, that little interruption in the beginning when they, I don't need that necessarily. I liked what we were doing before. But that's just me. Let's talk about these lyrics. I'm sorry, but this made me laugh. Creamed up kitten. Screaming for her next injection. Okay. Dead dog in the driveway. Protein for infection. The most exclusive restaurant's got a few uninvited diners. Don't worry if you're underage. They've special schemes for minors. Caesar's Palace Blues. I lost my shirt on my last hand. I nearly sold my shoes. I came up trumps last weekend, so I've got to pay my dues. No, I mean, it's pretty clearly about Las Vegas, Caesar's Palace in particular, and the blues that come along with it. Gambling and such. Cards fall, faces change, cats cunning shows. Same rules still apply either way you lose. No matter what, you're going to lose in some respect. Lovers on the carpet, Cupid's dream for certain. There's always someone hiding right behind the hotel curtain. Concealed cameras in casinos and bugs under your bed. But all the gold in Vegas couldn't bring Caesar back from the dead. Well, perhaps he's not only talking about the, of course, you know, I don't know what you want to say, going-ons of Las Vegas and casinos in general, but perhaps he's also kind of saying, like, you know, this place is called Caesar's Palace, but it's more besmirching Caesar's name, more besmirching, you know, the emperor and such. You know, it's not living up to who and what Caesar was. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the track. That's what I think of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter, Patreon, blah, blah, blah. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you later. Bye.